Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Yeah, gotta clear my throat there because we're dealing with, yes, the amazing, the interesting, the sometimes overbearing Arvo Pärt. There he is. Well, here's some Pärt. I've got a pile of Pärt upstairs and a smaller pile of Pärt down here in the Overflow room. So we'll see what it is. You know, I've waxed hot and cold about Arvo Pärt over the, centuries because on the one hand, he's really a gifted composer. On the other hand, he tends to take himself a bit seriously. I mean, it's okay. I understand that these artists should take themselves seriously. I mean, we don't want to deal with artists who are fraudulent, right? At some level, they do need to be serious, and God knows he's serious. But I have issues with the heavy-duty spirituality of the music, and that's me. Others have no problem with it at all. I mean, they find it very natural, and they consider themselves terribly spiritual people. I am not at all. And so, and although I like it when I hear it and when it strikes me as honest, and Pärt strikes me as honest. It took me a little while to get there because, unfortunately, I think we live at a time when there are a lot of spiritual fraudsters running around. I mean, John Tavener being one of them, in my view, anyway. We had a big fight about that because I did a video about what a lousy composer he is, and a bunch of Tavenernicks got hysterical and cursed and rent their garments and wailed and whatnot. But, it's a matter of opinion, of course. Obviously, if you feel it, you feel it. And if you don't, you don't. But Pärt, yeah, I feel it. I get it. I don't like to play him very often because I think that his longer works, liturgical works or sacred works require a level of calm and concentration that seldom descends upon me, shall we put it? I mean, the concentration, yes. The calm, no. But this is what I've got down here. Let's see what we have. These are wonderful discs. All this stuff that Paavo Järvi did was just fantastic. He wrote a lot of very short works from all periods of his career. There was an early avant-garde Penderecki almost type period, and then he found his modern style, his mature style, which he called tintinnabuli, sort of bell sounds. I mean, there's seldom bells, but there's a sense of otherworldly resonance, to quote the George Crumb work, otherworldly resonance. Anyway, this has Summa Trisagions, his third symphony, which is a modernist piece, quite interesting. Fratris, Silouan Song, the Festina Lent, and the Cantus in Memory of Benjamin Britten. A lovely collection of his orchestral works that covers his general output. It's very interesting. His orchestral pieces tend to be quite short. His tintinnabuli sacred pieces tend to go on forever, or at least some of them are. Some of them do, and some of them don't. Then we've got this one, Pro and Contra. We've got Pro and Contra for cello and orchestra, which is only 9 minutes and 18 seconds. The Symphony No. 1, the polyphonic, which is really, really modernist. The Collage über Bach, his Perpetuum Mobile. For Our Garden, which is Maya Ayayayed, for children's choir, and the Second Symphony. So you've got all three symphonies here, which is rather nifty. I think there are four, actually, aren't there? But three of them are there. That was on Virgin Classics. Where are they now? God only knows. It's hard to tell. Then we've got Orient and Occident with the Swedish Radio Orchestra and the Swedish Radio Choir under Tonu Kaljuste, who's one of the great choral conductors, and they're a fabulous, 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 fabulous group. This has three works on it. We're not getting into that, but for chorus and orchestra, which ones? Well, Orient and Occident is one of them. Then there's the, Wallfahrtslied, the Pilgrim's Song. And then Como Sierva Sedienta, whatever the heck I did. Life is too short. Okay. Oh, this is famous. This is the famous ECM original, I think, Arvo Pärt release that had Gideon Kramer and Keith Jarrett doing Fratris and the Cantus in Memory of Benjamin Britten with Dennis Russell Davies and the Staatsorchester Stuttgart, and Fratris with the 12 cellists of the Berlin Philharmonic, and Tabula Rasa for 2 violins and prepared piano in the Lithuanian Chamber Choir. This sold like billions. I mean, this sort of made Arvo Pärt's reputation here in the West. It was really an epochal release, and it's wonderful. And the ECM went on to do a whole pile of them, including the Miserere here, with also Festina Lent, and Sarah was 90 years old, that piece, with the Hilliard Ensemble, directed by Paul Hillier, and the orchestra of the Beethoven Halle Bonn, conducted by Dennis Russell Davies. I mean, could this be harder to read if they made it any less contrasted and tinier and more dim? Hey, it's classical music. They're not supposed to sell it. They're supposed to explain to anybody what it is. Why should they make it easy for us? Then we've got Tabula Rasa, again in Fratris in Symphony No. 3 with Gil Shaham and other people. That's that one. It's on the 2021 series. Oh, yes. This sucker on ECM. The Canon Pokajanen with the Estonian Philharmonic Chamber Choir under Tono Kaljusti. It's just fabulous. Of course, it's 83 fun-filled minutes of chant-like droning. Well, it's more than that, but not a lot more than that. I think this is one of those pieces that I sort of have an issue with. It goes on for a long time. Let's see, it has lots of prayers and things. And that's for people who have more patience for this kind of stuff than I do. I have to confess, much as I may be willing to open my mind and brain and heart to this wonderful spiritual music, everything has its limits. Then we've got the Hilliard Ensemble again, Gideon Kramer, Vladimir Mendelssohn, Thomas Domenga, the brass ensemble of the Staatsorchester Stuttgart, Dennis Russell Davies, and other things doing Arbos. Arbos is fun. It's only 2 minutes and 25 seconds long. That's why. By the Waters of Babylon, Pari Intervallo, De Profundis, Es Zang for Langen Jahren, Summa, more Arbos again for other arrangement, and the Stabat Mater, which is quite beautiful. Actually, it's an exquisite setting. It really is. That's lovely. And then Arvo Pärt, a tribute with the Estonian Philharmonic Chamber Choir, the Theater of Voices, the Pro Artie Singers, Paul Hillier conducting the whole mess on Harmonia Mundi. This has all kinds of things. Dopo la Victoria, the woman with the alabaster box, the Berlin Mass. Oh, that's wonderful. Solfeggio, Magnificat. Bogorodice Dievo, I Am the True Vine, which is also a gorgeous piece, which was the son of ... whatever that is. So here it is. And that, my friends, is the Overflow room part of Arvo Pärt, with just tons of it upstairs, too. Really an extraordinary career and an extraordinary composer, and somebody worth getting to know, but gradually and in doses, I think. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.